Hi, my name's John. These are some Space Marine Inceptors, and these are some 40mm bases I've been working on. And you're watching Wargames, Models, and Other Hobbies. Hello and welcome to the third and final video of making some bases for my Push Fit Inceptor squad. In the last video I was putting together a bit of simple green stuff sculpting, which you can see on the bases just here. And in this video I'm going to be pinning the Inceptors to their bases. Now you'll notice that I have pre-drilled the feet and I have a twisty bit of wire, because that's all I had available, ready to go in them. And what I'm going to do in this video is drill the wires into the bases, glue them to the bases so I can remove the models for ease of painting and that kind of thing. Normally I glue them on, but I've been thinking about it and I think I'm going to do it so I can remove them for painting. So we'll work through each model at a time, and by the end of the video all three will be done. Okay, so the first one, let me just take the metal wire out of its foot. The first one, I kind of want it to be sitting like this on the base. So what I'm thinking of doing is drilling all the way through the base, super gluing the wire in place, and then bending it to the right angle to match the hole that's in the foot. So first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to change the bit on my multi-tool, as it is slightly too big. So just going in the drawer at the side, and I think that's the same size. There we go. I should organise myself a little bit better before the video starts, so let's put that one in. So I could use a pin vise drill for this, but as I've said in my previous video, when there's little multi-tools to hand, I kind of enjoy using it. So let's have a little look at where this is going to sit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this is going to drill in at this kind of angle just here. Okay, so there we have the hole in this just here. Now I've done it so it goes all the way through, so I can trim it to fit the other side. What I want to do is make sure I know where it fits on this. It's about halfway through. So what I'm going to do is put a bit of super glue around this, let it run down a little bit, and now just going to hold that in place for a little bit. So I am always quite impatient when it comes to this. So as that one dries, let's move on to the next one. And this one is going to be sitting like that on the base. So what I'm thinking on this one, I'm going to drill a smaller pilot hole with my pin vise. And I'm going to go down this section just here. So that will fit in like that. So what I will be doing with all of these wires is bending them, like I said, to fit where I want them to on the feet themselves. Ooh, a little bit too much super glue there. Let's try and fix that problem. Let's just grab a little bit of plastic quickly. Okay, there we go. So we'll leave that one to one side and bring in the last one, which is going to be sitting like that. So I'm going to do the pilot hole again. Okay, and then let's grab a short bit of wire for that one. Okay, and that's going to sit in just like that. So, smaller amount of super glue this time round. There we go. And there we go, that's sitting in there. So there we have the three bases with the metal bits of wire in. So let's go back to the first one, and I'm going to position this guy on there, and looking at where I want to bend it, I just want to bring it down slightly. So it's going to sit just like that. And you know what? I know I said I was going to have it so I could remove them, but I think I'm just going to stick them in place as I go. So let's put a little bit of super glue on the top of this one, and then in the hole, and let's just hold this in place for a little bit. What I will do, let's just get some blue tack so I can hold this in the position I want it. There we go. So I always have some blue tack handy. So let's move on to number 2. So this is going to be, actually this is going to be need a little bit trimmed off as well. So I'm looking to take off just over 5mm. And I want to bend this just like that. So again with this one, a little bit of super glue. What I might do when the super glue's definitely gone off is just run around any edges of the foot that touch the base with some plastic cement, just to make a more solid seam. Whoop. Bit of a bad landing there for him. Let's bring that round, get some blue tack in. What I might do as well, when I've done and it's all dry, just where we've got the little bit of metal sticking out there, might just sculpt a little bit of green stuff over it to hide that. Let's go on to the third and final. So I need to trim another little bit off this. Let's see how this one sits. And just bring that round. So that's going to sit on there like that. Probably a bit too much super glue there. Let's just flip that over to save the drip going. There we go. Okay, so just to hold it in the right place, gonna put a little bit of blue tack on there, just so I'm happy with the way that that goes. So what I'll do at the very end of the video, I'll put some photos of these without the blue tack on them. Like I said, I'll probably do a little bit of sculpting for any bits of the wire that are visible, trim off any of the excess. But for now, I'm going to call that video. I hope you like this little quick series of 3 videos on creating these bases from my bits box. All I can say now is thank you so much for tuning in. My name's John, and you've been watching War Games, Models, and Other Hobbies.